I feel like you're just letting everybody down all the time. You're never really just doing anything right. I'm sure everybody feels that way. Just always feel like you're just not.
I never thought I was going to get divorced. I didn't want to get divorced. I didn't want to be a divorced person. I really didn't want to be a split family with my children. And it upset me because it meant I wasn't who I thought I was. And that was so painful.
The surprising reason behind Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez's split has been revealed, and it turns out Diddy is involved once again. Reports suggest that a sex tape between J.Lo and Diddy was found, which may have caused tension in the relationship. This isn't shocking to many, as Diddy was known for recording everything that happened in his house.
Jay's speaking on it right now. He'll be one of the first dudes that they'll probably pull to the side and say, yo, well, you say that your man, I heard you on TMZ said that he never did this and he never did that, but ain't this you? If those pictures or those films or anything like that exists. You know what I'm saying? That's what they pay those agents to do. So, of course, I don't believe that none of the people who are his celebrity friends is gonna speak or say nothing until they're either contacted or they know what they really got.
So you feel like they might be worried that they might be on tape at one of Diddy parties doing something they wasn't supposed to be doing?
Lil Rob said in his affidavit that Diddy had every room taped and bugged.
Diddy and Jennifer Lopez were romantically involved during the late 90s and early 2000s. During this time, they appeared together in several interviews, highlighting their relationship.
He was larger than life, but at first I didn't like him at all. You know, I didn't. I thought he was like, you know, it. I didn't like him because, you know, Sean and I were very different that way. You know, I was very like family oriented and a kind of a, you know, the married type. You know, I was actually, when we first worked together on the video, I was married, even though I was going through problems, nobody knew that, you know what I mean? And I wanted my family, and even though at that time it was not going well, you know what I mean? That was who I was, that's how I was raised.
The two kept in touch over the next few years, and when Jennifer left her marriage, they became much more than just friends.
Once I got to know him, and, you know, we became friends first, and then we developed this bond. We both understood where we were at that time in our lives, and we both knew nobody else understood exactly how we felt. So sitting there, being handcuffed to a bench, and, you know, I do remember feeling the comfort of someone caring about you enough that, you know, they just wanted to make it okay and couldn't believe that we were in this situation. And how did this happen?
Started to happen. I started looking into her eyes more, spending more time with her, and I just fell in love with her.
To have somebody who, by your side, who understands what you're going through, and at the end of the day, doesn't need anything from you except to love you.
She was one of the nicest, most beautiful people.
Things took a troubling turn for Diddy and Jennifer Lopez during the Lil Rod lawsuit. Jones, the plaintiff, accused Diddy of violent behavior, threatening to eat his face, flashing guns, and boasting about bribing witnesses and jurors related to the 1999 UIC nightclub shooting involving rapper Shine. The lawsuit also mentioned Jennifer Lopez, who dated Diddy for 2 years until 2001, referencing the couple's arrest after the shooting incident. Although Lopez's charges were quickly dropped, Diddy was acquitted, while Shine was convicted. Jones alleged that Diddy confessed to being responsible for the shooting and claimed Lopez carried the gun into the club. Despite the official narrative, one of the victims, Natana Rubin, maintained that Diddy was the one who shot her.
Hey, how you doing? So, here today about this latest lawsuit with the P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Puffy, Sean Puffy Combs, whatever you want to call him. Lawsuit that has come out involving the producer Lil Rod. So basically his last two lawsuits, or last two major lawsuits, the one with Cassie, she made mention that Puffy made her carry his guns into nightclubs and wherever they went. And he threatened her to make her feel like she had to do so. And while there were lots of things of importance, that stood out to me. And I'm going to tell you why. In this lawsuit with the producer Little Rod, they were both SA'd by him and threatened and physically harmed. But in this lawsuit, he appears to be a very young producer to me. But he said something very specific. As a means of threatening him, Puffy said, that's why I shot up the club in New York back in 1999 and let Shine take the fall for it. Let me tell you why that's of utmost importance to me. Because I am the woman who he shot in the face in that 1999, December 27th, 1999, Club New York shooting. I have told everyone ad nauseum since then, even the surgeon who did the surgery to take the bullet. I got shot in my face with a 9mm hollow point bullet called a cop killer. I literally have told everyone and never changed what I said. I watched him. I got pow-powed in the face. I watched him fire the gun. I've said it all this time. Even the surgeon who did my surgery to take out part of the bullet fragments that was aspirating into my lungs and try to remove as many bullet fragments as possible, testified in the criminal trial that while they were putting me under, I was screaming, Puffy, pew pew me in the face. He testified in the criminal trial. It is in the record. They all knew he did it. Everybody knew he did it. But he paid off the club bouncer named Sharice and all these other people and the club owners with their video to hide the video. That's his MO. I told everybody that. This man almost took my life, has traumatized my life, has caused undue harm, irreparable damage to my life, lied his behind off. I've had all these youngins on the internet harassing me, swearing that I'm making it up that he did it, and look what he did to Little Rock.
Unsurprisingly, Jennifer Lopez's mother had concerns about Diddy's character. According to Gene Deal, J-Lo's mom warned her against dating Sean Combs.
And you said J-Lo mom didn't like Puffy, right?
His mom couldn't stand. Mom never took a present, a gift. If she needed air to breathe, she wouldn't take his last breath.
Diddy, known for being vengeful, didn't take the breakup with Jennifer Lopez well, especially when she later started a relationship with Ben Affleck.
Puff Daddy, man, big fan here.
Yeah.
My question to you is, once and for all, clear it up for us. Is J-Lo's ass the best in the business?
Definitely the best in the business.
And did she have to leave you because you cheated on her?
That's what we heard. You cheated.
Yeah, I mean, I did.
That's what you told her anyway, right?
No, I didn't cheat.
Let me tell you something about J-Lo.
Yeah.
You believe how much attention this relationship of hers is getting?
It's ridiculous.
With Ben Affleck. And you know what's sad? It's going to end in a divorce just like the other two marriages. You know it and I know it. This girl gets married every year.
In fact, she had a longer relationship with you than she had with any of her husbands.
Yeah. Comment on that.
What do you think, P. Diddy? Is it a great ass or what?
Comment on everything that's just been said.
I told you before, it was a great.
Yeah, we know it's a great.
She is a great.
Hit that ad for a long time.
I mean, that's in the past, you know. Somebody else.
Anyway,
that's the way it goes.
That's a past ad.
Anyway, Ben Affleck.
I like Ben. I mean, I like Ben. I like the Ben and Jen thing. I mean, it's all good.
Anyway, Ben Affleck, you give it to her as good as you did. Any way possible.
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean,
you're good at it. You know what you're doing.
I'm not really looking at what nobody else is doing. I mean, my thing was in the past, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm living in another
time zone.
Another time zone right now.
Glad to be rid of her.
I mean, it's not even like that. I'm happy to be in a relationship that I'm in. You know?
Nothing better than fresh new. Chris, you're on the air.
Puffy, how you doing?
What's poppin', baby? Bad Boy 2 the soundtrack is story.
Down there.
Huh?
It's J-Lo Shave down there.
Is J-Lo shaved down there? That's a good question. That's a legitimate question.
Yeah, that's non-racial.
And it's non-racial.
I don't remember.
All right.
I don't remember.
So now on this Bad Boy soundtrack.
Hey, attention everyone. Don't ask me no more of the J-Lo questions. It's been beautiful over the last...
According to Gene Deal's allegations, Jennifer Lopez appeared to attract the attention of many celebrities in Hollywood, including Jada and Will Smith.
Tell me the story about how Puffy wanted to fight Will Smith over Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, man. We were at a birthday party that I think either Matt Damon was giving for Ben Affleck. It was just a little gathering. It was at the Four Seasons. Will Smith and his sister and her husband, we were all sitting on this side of the room. Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Jennifer Lopez, Puff, Will Smith, and Jada, and it was sitting on the other side of the room. So I know Puff so well that he stood up. When he stood up, he walked and did his arm some kind of way, like, and then he went like this, you know, like that. I went over towards him. I know to go over there towards him. So I go over towards him, and he said to me, he said, "Yo, I think Will and Jada is trying to scoop up Jennifer. I want you to stay close, because I'm gonna snuff them."
It's evident that Jennifer Lopez has a complex history with Diddy, but issues with Ben Affleck began early in their relationship. Page 6 reported that troubles surfaced during their honeymoon in Lake Como, Italy, where the couple was constantly pursued by photographers. During what should have been their happiest moments, they barely spoke to each other. Affleck had portrayed himself as a changed man, but that impression didn't last long. The New York Post revisited this narrative in a documentary accompanying Lopez's film, This Is Me Now. In the documentary, Lopez reflected on Affleck's discomfort with some of her artistic choices. At one point, Affleck was shown reacting to Lopez sharing his private love letters with her music team, indicating a lack of understanding between them.
I showed everybody this book. It is every letter and every email that we wrote to each other from 20 years ago and today.
You've been showing all the musicians all those letters that...
Last week, TMZ reported that Jennifer Lopez had filed for divorce without a lawyer, with the New York Post later noting that she cited irreconcilable differences as the reason for the split. According to TMZ, the couple had been trying to reach a settlement for months, but discussions became contentious and they still hadn't reached an agreement. A source told People that Lopez was tired of waiting and chose to file on the second anniversary of their Georgia wedding ceremony. The source added that she tried very hard to make the relationship work and is now heartbroken over the situation.
Within 24 hours of Jen's filing, the film has seen a 3,000% spike in streams.
Jane!
And this conversation with her Monster-in-Law co-star Jane Fonda has gone viral.
This is my concern. Like, it feels too much like you're trying to prove something instead of just living it.
And I'm real, I thought I told you.
When Shen and I broke up, the catalyst for that was this massive amount of scrutiny around our private life.
In a rare critique, a source told the Daily Mail that Jennifer Lopez's friends believe she needs to do some self-reflection after 4 failed marriages. They feel she should focus on herself instead of trying to meet others' expectations and take the time to discover who she is and what she truly wants for her future. Following this, many have come forward to suggest that Jennifer Lopez isn't the angel she often portrays herself to be, indicating that there may be more complexity to her personality and relationships than what is publicly seen.
J-Lo can't catch a break right now, and I already know that this woman is probably at home losing her shit. Everybody is over here stitching that one video, you know, the one of her 16 in the Bronx with her crazy hair and then ham and cheese on a roll with an orange drink, if you know, we don't know. And a small bag of chips. Well, while everybody's on here hopping on the J-Lo hate train, it looks like a lot of things are resurfacing about J-Lo, specifically this one interview that she did where people are just saying that it solidifies the fact that J-Lo is completely delulu. Now, this is where people got that interview in question from. This is what she actually said during the interview. Now that Lopez has edged up to what she calls the bottom of the A-list of actresses, how does she view the women whom she's been in contention for roles, like say Salma Hayek? And J-Lo says, we're in 2 different rounds. She's a sex bombshell, and those are the kinds of roles she does. I do all kinds of different things. It makes me laugh when she says she got offered Selena, which was an outright lie. If that's what she does to get herself publicity, then that's her thing. Columbia offered me the choice of Fools Rush In or Anaconda, but I chose the fun B movie because the full script wasn't strong enough. Girl, the delusion. And it gets worse. They ask her about Cameron Diaz, a lucky model who's been getting a lot of opportunities. I just wish she would have done more with it. She's beautiful and has a great presence though. And in My Best Friend's Wedding, I thought when directed she can be good. Then ask about Gwyneth Paltrow. Tell me what she's been in. I swear to God, I don't remember anything she was in. Some people get hot by association. I heard more about her and Brad Pitt than I ever heard about her work. Now, mind you, Gwyneth Paltrow had just won an Oscar for Shakespeare in Love, and this woman is over here. What?
There's absolutely zero chance in hell that Ben Affleck, Academy Award winner, Ben Affleck, I believe, was it for Best Original Screenplay, read this script and thought that this was a good idea. However, she has that confidence to convince him to either keep his mouth shut or convinced him that this actually was a very good script and it was going to be amazing. And it is like, I mean, I am speechless. I am absolutely speechless about how this woman accomplished this film, for how horrible it is. It is like, I'm proud of her. I am just so confused how someone can be that girl in the 2000s. Like, if you're my age, a millennial, you know that she was that it girl. And now we're here. But her confidence has never wavered. And we all, I think, need to take note of that.
Over the weekend, sources close to Jennifer Lopez spoke with Page Six and People. One source told Page Six that Ben Affleck has a darkness about him that no one else can fix. On the same day, the tabloid reported that Affleck had been seen socializing with Kit Kennedy, the daughter of Robert F. Kennedy Jr., at the Polo Lounge in the Beverly Hills Hotel and other popular spots.
Oh my God. I was skeptical at first because the original source was Page Six, but today, People is confirming their report that Ben Affleck is seeing Kit Kennedy, the daughter of RFK Jr., and there is so much to discuss. Clearly, People magazine, who is very reputable, is talking to folks in Ben's camp and in Jennifer's camp, and they're hearing conflicting reports. But multiple sources tell People that Ben Affleck and 36-year-old actress Kit Kennedy are hanging out. And she's got a reputation. Kit Kennedy, according to People magazine, is known as a partier. Translation, you know what it means. And she likes to, quote, have a good time. So much so that her ex-boyfriend, he died on his way to rehab. You can Google it, Matthew Mellon. Here's where it gets real nasty. According to People magazine, Ben and Kit have been spending time together since late spring. That means while he was still with Jennifer Lopez.